The Crucible was actually my first introduction to Winona Ryder. I didn't know she was Winona Ryder at the time. I watched this when I was about 13 or 14 at school because we studied the play, and then in later years I did the play as one of the productions we did through drama. And I've had a very on and off relationship with the story of the Crucible. I've seen some dodgy productions of it, and I've seen some good ones. The film is pretty great, and for me, maybe because I saw the film before I saw any stage productions, the film for me represents what the Crucible should be. This was released in 1996, directed by Nicholas Hytner, I believe, with the screenplay and script based on the story by Arthur Miller, starring, of course, Daniel Day-Lewis and Winona Ryder. And the description from IMDb gives a very brief overview of what it's about. A Salem resident attempts to frame her ex-lover's wife for being a witch in the middle of the 1692 Witchcraft Trials. And that basically is it. It's a witch hunt. And we have a little bit of a love story, but mostly it's about the women, the female characters, what they're up against. We have the court cases, and depressingly I can remember many of the words to this from the screenplay because I rehearsed it so often. But it's very quotable. It's a very quotable play, and the film, to the best of my knowledge, takes a lot of the dialogue from the screenplay. I don't think it amends it too much. It's pretty true. Daniel Day-Lewis as John Proctor is... well, he looks the part. He really looks the part. And for me, for obvious reasons, not just because I love Winona Ryder, but because this was my first introduction to the character, for me, Winona Ryder is Abigail. And when she says, "Love me, John, love me," I can just... it's her. It's like the character was written for her, in my opinion. We have all of the characters that we're familiar with. We have Mary Warren, who is treated in a very peculiar way, and, Anne Putnam, Giles Corey, Thomas Putnam, Elizabeth Proctor, Martha Corey is a very interesting character. We have a really great representation of this play. I think it's obviously timeless, pretty factually accurate from my understanding of the time, but certainly very powerful. Ryder's emotions particularly are very striking, and I can still see some of those scenes engraved in my mind today. So for me, it's something that I will always go back to if I want to revisit The Crucible. It is brilliant. It was nominated. Joan Allen was nominated for the Best Actress in a Supporting Role. She plays Elizabeth Proctor. And it was also nominated for the Best Writing Screenplay based on material previously produced or published. It was Golden Globe nominated, and it was also BAFTA nominated for Best Screenplay, but also BAFTA winning for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role. That went to Paul Scofield, who played Judge Danforth. I have to say, the courtroom scene is one of my favourites, and I also love it when all of the kids, the girls, are in the bedroom before they go out into the forest and they're trying to fly. It's fantastic. It's a brilliant film. If you haven't read the screenplay, it doesn't matter. The film is a fantastic first introduction. But certainly if you have read the screenplay, the script, or even the play, I think this is a great way to enhance your experience of The Crucible. It really is great. Winona Ryder was a perfect choice, and I'm thoroughly pleased with this adaptation.